Welcome back to our Red Letter Challenge, written for us and shared with us by Pastor Zach Zender. Today is day 25 of 40. Now, I know this might be bad timing, being the year 2020 and all, but let's talk about being sick. I hate being sick. I hate it when my wife gets sick. It changes all of the plans that have been made for days and days on end. But my wife and I are two different types of sick people. When she gets sick, she keeps going. I have to force her to stay home from work. I have to force her to relax and rest. And she just tries to ignore being sick. Me, on the other hand, if I'm not feeling well, I'm in bed. I go to the doctor. I just don't want to do anything else but be sick. Not that I enjoy being sick, and I have some camera problems here. That might be worse. There we go. But for me, sometimes I do a great job of being sick. Twice in the past 11 years, my sickness has put me in the hospital for a week. If you're going to be sick, you might as well go all out, right? Make it a hospitalization. No, that's not what I'm saying. But that has happened to me. And I've had a lot of people do nice things for me during my lifetime. But when someone does something for me when I've been sick, well, that's even more special. I've had food delivered to my family. My grass was cut for me. I was even taken out to lunch while rehabbing following a hospital stay. It's really hard being sick. But when you are sick, it feels good to be taken care of by someone. Many times throughout the Bible, Jesus tells us how important it is to take care of those people who are sick or underprivileged. One of the ways hurting and sick people know that you care about them is when you take time out of your day to show them you are thinking of them. You can do many things to care for someone who is sick. You can visit them if you're not worried about getting sick yourself. You can provide a meal, you can give encouragement, you can give a gift, send a card, you can pray for them. Today's devotion has a very simple theme. Don't neglect the sick, but care for them. When I'm healthy, it's easy for me to forget that others may not be healthy. Others may be in pain, hurting, and in need of healing and encouragement. We have to be there for those people at all times. There's a wonderful story in the Bible about a man who was paralyzed. The man who had 4 friends, and those 4 friends carried him on a stretcher to see Jesus, who was in town teaching and preaching and healing. But when they got to the house where Jesus was, they saw that the whole house was full of people, and it just wouldn't hold anymore. But rather than give up, they took their friend all the way to the top of the roof and lowered him through a hole so that he could see Jesus. When Jesus saw the faith of the 4 friends, he forgave the paralyzed man, and then he healed him. Let's think about that again. It's amazing that it wasn't the faith of the paralyzed man that made him better. It was the faith of his friends. I don't know why God heals some and not others. The trite answer is that's above my pay grade. But it seems like he heals some who have faith and he heals others who have no faith. But here is what I know. The friends of the paralyzed man had faith in Jesus, and their friend was healed because of their faith. Jesus told them so. This means that God honors your faith and your commitment to those who are in need. I'm not saying that God will always do something miraculous when you help someone in need, but he can, and he has in the past. Who do you know who is sick? Who do you know who is in need of encouragement? Being sick is not what we are meant for. We are looking forward to a time when Jesus promises no more sickness, no more disease, no more death, no more pandemic, no more tears. Jesus promises that all who follow him will experience this sort of life. But until then, we have the responsibility to serve and care for those who are sick. And yes, I have a homework assignment for you today. Read the story of the 4 friends who cared for their sick buddy in Mark chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. Again, that's Mark chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. And pay particular attention to verse 5. Pick out a friend who is in need today. Maybe someone you haven't been in contact with for some time, but you've been planning on doing so. Make a connection with them. Give them a phone call. Send them a note. Send them an email. Send them a text. Send them a card. I guarantee it will make their day. Have a great one yourselves. Until tomorrow. Amen.